Hello and welcome to your guide to losing weight. Now, this morning I weighed 64.5 kilos and I'm 5'11", and this is going to be a guide to how do you eat to get lean. So not calorie restricting or starvation diet or disordered eating. I'm going to take you through breakfast, lunch, tea, snacks, and this is going to be a basic go-to guide that I have worked out that works, and I'm lean. I've lost weight, and now for years I've been lean every single day of the year. So I'll put my glasses on so that you can hear me better. So without further ado, I'll take you through this guide that hopefully you can replicate in your own lifestyle, create a lifestyle based on the most important thing, and that's diet. So we'll start off with breakfast. So why do I have a bowl here like this? Well, I have rice for breakfast. So bowl of rice with some nice spicy and tomato sauce. So under here we have a tin full of all of the spices that I use. Put it in with some sugar, so about a dozen or so different spices there, herbs and spices, with some sugar and salt and pepper, and have that. So tomato sauce, whiz it up, add it on my rice. So I've got a scale here, and I'll weigh out what I usually have. So cooked weight of rice. So if you're weighing out how much you need, rice, the volume increases about 3 times when you cook it. So I probably have on average about, and I'm not even talking about exercise in this is just what I eat to stay lean, okay? It's what you eat is most important. So I probably have about 400 to 500 grams of rice cooked. So I'll put this bowl on the scale here, and I'll weigh out what I think is about how much I have. And I'll show you how much that looks like without spilling it everywhere. So yeah, I have about 400 to 500 grams cooked rice in the morning. So about 150 grams dry, I would say. There you go. That's about how much rice I would have cooked. And it might seem like a lot, but yeah, I do exercise, but you need fuel to get you through your day so that you don't get tired and then resort to other things like coffee and tea and all of these legal drugs that we now accept that we have every day. So I don't drink those, and you won't see them here. I just keep it to the nutrition. And along with that, I'll have some canned mango. Oh, sorry, that's 250. I'll take out a little bit more. There's a little bit too much there. Because it's on a slope. A little bit there. So yeah, about 150. So there you go. About 150 grams of rice. See, that cooks up to about 3 times the size. So yeah, about 400 to 500 grams. Basically what makes me feel full, which I've worked out by keeping a diary like this. So I write down, over weeks and months, how much rice did I need to fill me, and then I won't waste any if I don't want more, or if I needed more, I can work it out. So I have that usually with some canned mango. So these are my, my staple routines that I go to every day. So that's breakfast, and I'll have that with some, where is it? It's the orange juice, there it is. Have that with some orange juice, about 500 milliliters of orange juice. And before breakfast, even before I have breakfast, I have about 500 milliliters of water, and I find that just aids in digestion. So for lunch, what do I have for lunch? Well, it's the same thing. Big bowl of rice, again, so 3-4 hours later, or whenever I can have it after breakfast. Again, rice with my tomato sauce and my spices, and then again I'll have that with some fruit. So some canned mango is my go-to. Again, about 400 or 500 grams of cooked white rice. Just depends. I go by what makes me feel full rather than having a predetermined amount I have to stick to. And then for tea, there you go. So for tea, you guessed it, it's the same thing. Again, I have rice with my tomato sauce, and if I'm feeling like it, I'll have some fruit again with it. So the rice dish and then the fruit afterwards. And this is basically the same routine, my staples for my 3 meals of the day that I have every day. And if there's, there's things that I do change, and I'll show you that in a moment. But you might be wondering, what do I have for snacks? Well, I'll show you that right now, without knocking over. So I have 2 different sort of snacks. So I have snacks that you can have any time of the day, and snacks you should have later in the day. So stuff like this, sweets, so these gummy type sweets that are like soft. Now I always have the vegan ones, and these are great. You can have these any time of the day, and any gap that you think you might need to fill where you're just feeling still a little bit hungry, you can have it after breakfast, after lunch, after tea, any time of the day. In fact, you could even have them with a meal, or you can have them with every meal. It's up to you. This is a guide to getting lean and losing weight, so I'm not showing you anything that will make you gain weight. Okay? The other snack that I have, so a water bottle I've got here, I'll add about 100 grams sugar, so table sugar here, and this is about 550 milliliter bottle, so about 500 mils of water with about 100 grams of sugar. And again, I'll have that, rather than just having water and nothing in it during the day. I can have this, and I can drink from this throughout the day, or if I'm feeling like I'm thirsty, or I really need some more energy, I can just down the whole thing, and you got 100 grams of sugar right there. And again, this is a guide to losing weight, and as you can see, at least from my face hopefully, that I'm very lean and this guide hasn't led me to gain weight. Now the other type of snacks that I have in the evening, and this is because I found that the easier, softer things to digest are good for the early part of the day, and then by the time you get to the evening, you can have the drier and harder things to digest, and then your digestive system will thank you later for it. So Rice Krispies I might have in the evening after I've had my tea, and if I don't have Rice Krispies, another great go-to, bread and jam. Nothing much better than bread and jam, is there? Simple meal. So that's white sourdough there, some white sourdough, low fat, and some strawberry jam. And another great one that I just like to go to because I just like the taste from when I was a child. I had lots of these when I was a child. Heinz beans again in the evening. It's a nice one, I like the taste. And I don't just have orange juice. I also like to have oat milk. So my go-to is always orange juice in the morning. I just like that. But then later I might decide I might have oat milk with the rest of my routine during the day, the meals during the day. I like the taste, and I think it goes well with pasta. So I don't have it every day, maybe every other day or third day, because I think rice is just the best I've found. But I do have pasta and I do like that. And again, it probably is about, I don't know exactly, but I think it's about 3 times again. So again, it would be the same. I'd have a big bowl with about 400 to 500 grams of pasta with my spicy tomato sauce, and I think it cooks about 3 times the size. So that's about, again, 150, 200 grams of dry pasta, and I like to make a mix of them together. And I like that because it gives you different textures of different pastas if you cook them together. And yeah, I'll just show you, some of the logic behind what I'm saying. I've got a bag of sugar here. You might be saying most things that I've said in this video might seem contradictory to what you've heard about, well, rice and pasta and bread are things to avoid. Well, here's the breakdown of the macronutrients, and these are on all foods that show you the fat, protein, carbohydrates, salt, fibre on the packaging. And as you can see, per 100 grams, I hope the camera focuses, there's 0 grams of fat, okay? Hope you can see. And 100 grams of sugar. So 0 grams of fat. There's no fat in sugar. And your primary energy source in the body is glycolysis, which means that the body is going to use sugar primarily first before anything. So you're burning off sugar, you're not burning off fat when you say, oh, well, I can just eat fatty foods on top of this. Well, the fat you eat is the fat you wear, and therefore why not enjoy the foods that are sweet and taste nice, and then you don't have to worry about trying to burn off all this excess fat in other foods that just will sit on your body, and you'll gain weight that way. Whereas if you have these foods that are very high in sugars, carbohydrates, your body will be burning that off because the primary energy system is glycolysis, which is ATP derived, glucose derived ATP, sorry. So yeah, that's some just thought behind this process and why it makes you lean, rather than just like a guide that doesn't make any sense. So I hope you enjoyed the video and this was helpful. And if it was, then consider liking and subscribing. And I'll have other videos on how you fuel for exercising and why, if you eat like this, you never have to worry about always having to burn off all this excess fat through exercise, because that also doesn't work. Because most people I see who exercise and exercise maybe a lot are still always wanting to lose weight. So it doesn't work, does it? The term burning off excess fat, because you'll always be burning it off every single day, and you can never catch up, can you? You can never catch up to burning enough fat to look like what you want in the mirror. So yeah, it's easy and cheap and simple, and this is how I live every day. All the macros that you want in the combination you want with all of the micronutrients, again, that you want. So you'll never be deficient in anything, and you'll always be lean and healthy and live a better life quality. So see you in the next one. Ciao.